Hello students, welcome to Target AES. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today I am going to discuss how many marks you have to score in your prelims, mains as well as your final selection list so that you can clear engineering services. As well as I will compare it with the toppers marks. And before that, let us try to understand the pattern so that you can understand how many marks you have to score. So it is a 3-stage examination. The first stage is prelims, second stage is mains, and the third stage is your personality test or interview round. So personality test. So prelims is for 500 marks. Okay, there will be two papers which you have to write. One is general paper. General paper is for 200 marks. There will be 100 questions. Each question carry 2 marks. So 200 marks. And then you will be having your technical paper which is for 300 marks. 150 questions are there. 150 into 2, 300. So you will be getting 500 marks in your prelims, and then you will be having mains. Who have qualified prelims will be sent for mains. 3 to 4 months time rahega for preparing for mains exclusively, and then you have to write this exam. So in mains it is for 600 marks. Again there will be two papers, but both papers are technical only. Okay, if you are civil engineers, let me say there are 12 subjects, right? So 6 subjects will be considered as paper 1 and 6 subjects will be considered as paper 2. So here again it will be for 300 marks and 300 marks each. So total is for 600 marks. Okay, and then if you have written well, then you will be sent to personality test or interview round, which is for 200 marks. Now count fast, add it, how many marks you are getting? 500 plus 600 plus 200, that is 1300 marks. So out of this 1300 marks, let us try to understand how many marks you have to get to clear this exam. See, I am not taking before data because before there was no EWS. So I am comparing only 2021 and 2020. 2022 is not yet out, right? 2022 to abhi chal raha hai exam. So final result will take time to come. So when it comes, we will compare that also. But now let us compare these 2 years because this is what we need. We don't need previous year data because it was different. This from 2020 it is completely different because we have one more category in it. Let us try to understand how many marks you should score minimum. So if I have to talk about prelims, okay, so I am talking exclusively about civil engineering. In prelims you should score somewhere around 250 minimum marks. This is not the toppest marks. Let us try to understand. This is the minimum marks which you have to get to clear your prelims if you belong to general category. Okay? So in 2020 it was only 238. So what happened? 238 से सीधा बढ़ के 250 हो गया. In 2022 still it is not out. It will take time. It will take a lot of time to come. But people are saying it was 260, somewhere around 260. So 10 mark हर साल बढ़ता जा रहा है. But one thing also I have to say that the question paper was easier in 2022 compared to 2020. The question paper was easier in 2021 compared to 2021. The question paper was easier in 2022. So you can say even that is the reason why this cutoff is increasing. Okay, obviously the seats are less, but kaise bhi dekh lo aap, out of 500, 250 is hardly like 50%. So if you are scoring somewhere around 50 to 55%, let us say 55%, you are on a safe side and you will clear pre for sure. Okay, so make sure that if you are preparing for ESC, you should score minimum of 260 so that you will be clearing prelims. But let me make it very clear, ये तो border marks है, this is not the toppers marks. To get topper marks, I would say somewhere around 280 to 300 or 320 is the best marks. If you are scoring in this range, then there is a very high chance that you will be a topper. 320 भी जरूरत नहीं है, 300 जाइए, more than enough. 280 to 300, this is the zone in which the topper actually scores. Okay, so now let us see what is happening in EWS. EWS is also very similar to that of general now. So 246 is the cutoff. यहाँ पे तो same था. So and then we will be having OBC. OBC is 243, SC 196 and ST 213. So in simple language you can say if 250 is for general, 240 will be for OBC and 200 to 220, let us be on safe side, 220, this is for your SC and ST category. I hope it is very clear, right? So somewhere around 200 to 220 minimum आपको चाहिए if you belong to SC ST, 240 OBC and 250 for your category. I hope it is very clear, right? So this is the bare minimum marks which you have to get to clear your prelims. And then mains. See, whenever I'm talking about this mains, right, 617 marks includes what? Your prelims score, which is for 500 marks plus 600 marks of your mains. Okay? So out of 1100 marks, how many marks you have to score to get your interview call letter? That is 617 for your general category. समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. So 617 out of 1100. तो एक कैलकुलेटर यूज कर लेंगे. So 617 divided by 1100. So somewhere around 56% is required. Okay. So if you are scoring more than 56%, then you can be called for interview even if you belong to UR category. For other categories, थोड़ा थोड़ा और खमता जाएगा. I hope it is very clear for you, right? समझ नहीं आ गया? So for SCs and STs, little bit less than 50 will also do. For OBC, somewhere around 55% would do, and for general it should be greater than 56%. So it is achievable, it's not a big task. And then after clearing this mains, you will be asked for your personality test, right? In that again it will be for 200 marks. So in this, after completing all your 3 rounds, you should be getting minimum of these many marks to be in the final selected list. Okay, so यहाँ पे था 617 after you are clearing your prelims plus mains, but as you can see, after interview the cutoff has increased to 804. 200 marks is for personality test. Okay, so you have to score as many as possible. More 150 around you have to score so that you will be getting a very good rank. I hope it is very clear for you. So मान के चलिएगा if you are in the range of 60% accuracy, let us say you have cleared prelims with 60%. What does this mean? See, 60% in prelims is 60% of 500 marks, which is 300, right? 60% of your mains, so that is again somewhere around 360. Actually, whatever I have seen, right, in your mains paper, this whatever is there, if you are seeing any toppers or a good student marks, this drastically increases because purely technical रहता है and it is not objective, it is subjective. So you can write it, right? So you will be getting some marks even if the question is not 100% correct. In objective, what happens? If the question is 100% correct only, you will get marks, right? And there is a chance of negative marking. Here there is no chance of negative marking in your mains. So what happens? Your accuracy basically increases. It goes more than 60%. 70% तो आसानी से ला लेते हैं बहुत सारे लोग. 60 to 70% people actually get. But let us say you are scoring only 60%. Even then your marks will be 660, right? In interview, if you are scoring somewhere around 140 to 150, you will be getting into ESC. But let us say in interview you are scoring somewhere, let us be on a safe side, let us say you are scoring somewhere only around 120. इसका मतलब है, so in mains you should be scoring minimum of 380. So if you are scoring more than 380 to 400 in your mains examination, then there is a very high chance, even if your interview doesn't go well, you can get into ESC. So what is your target? Let us say in your prelims you should be making sure that you are scoring somewhere around 280 to be a topper. I am talking about your category because it is open for all the categories, right? So if I am talking about yours, simultaneously you can calculate what should be the marks required for other categories. So if you are getting to be a topper, so concentrate somewhere around 280, and in mains concentrate somewhere around 400, and in interview you concentrate somewhere around 120 to 140 marks. Okay, so like this you can get a very good score and you will be in top 10. I hope it is very clear, right? So देख लेंगे in 2021 the top of marks was 804, and for other categories you can see on the screen and take a screenshot if required. And in 2020 it is almost the same, it is 807 for general category, and for other categories also it is in the margin of plus or minus 10 marks only. Okay, so now let us try to understand how much a topper gets. So topper somewhere you can see here. So here in 2020 for civil engineering the topper marks were 906. Okay, so see why I am focusing on only UR category, because it is open for everyone. The person who got this rank 1 belongs to OBC category in 2020. I hope it is very clear, right? That's why I am focusing on UR. But if you want any category specific, you can correlate with what I am trying to say, right? So 906 marks. So let us be very clear, if you are scoring somewhere around 300 and then 450 in your mains, you can easily score under 150 from your interview, and then you will be getting your 900 marks. So this is how you should plan to top your engineering services. I hope this module has helped you to have a rough idea that what should be your accuracy and how hard you have to plan to get the ESE rank 1 or to qualify ESE. Have a nice day. Subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos and see you in next module.